Coordinates: 40 degrees north 100 degrees west, 40 degrees north 100 degrees west, 40 minus 100 The United States of America. It is the world's third or fourth largest country by total area. With a population of more than 328 million people. It is the third most populous country in the world. The national capital is Washington, D.C. and the most populous city is New York City. Paleo-Indians migrated from Siberia to the North American mainland at least 12,000 years ago. And European colonization began in the 16th century. The United States emerged from the 13 British colonies established along the East Coast. Disputes over taxation and political representation with Great Britain led to the American Revolutionary War, which established independence. In the late 18th century, the U.S. began vigorously expanding across North America, gradually acquiring new territories, frequently displacing Native Americans, and admitting new states. By 1848, the United States spanned the continent. Slavery was legal in the southern United States until the second half of the 19th century when the American Civil War led to its abolition. The Spanish-American War and World War I established the U.S. as a world power, a status confirmed by the outcome of World War II. During the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union engaged in various proxy wars but avoided direct military conflict. They also competed in the space race, culminating in the 1969 spaceflight that first landed humans on the Moon. The Soviet Union's collapse in 1991 ended the Cold War, leaving the United States as the world's sole superpower. The United States is a federal republic and a representative democracy with three separate branches of government, including a bicameral legislature. It is a founding member of the United Nations, World Bank, International Monetary Fund, Organization of American States, NATO, and other international organizations. It is a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. It is one of the most racially and ethnically diverse nations in the world, considered a melting pot of cultures and ethnicities. Its population has been profoundly shaped by centuries of immigration. The U.S. ranks high in international measures of economic freedom, reduced levels of perceived corruption, quality of life, and quality of higher education. Despite receiving relatively high ratings for its human rights record, the country has received some criticism in regard to inequality related to race, wealth and income, the use of capital punishment, high incarceration rates and lack of universal health care among other issues. The United States is a highly developed country, and continuously ranks high in measures of socioeconomic performance. It accounts for approximately a quarter of global GDP and is the world's largest economy by GDP at market exchange rates. By value, the United States is the world's largest importer and the second largest exporter of goods. Although its population is only 4.2% of the world total, it holds 29.4% of the total wealth in the world, the largest share held by any country, making up more than a third of global military spending. It is the foremost military power in the world and is a leading political, cultural, and scientific force internationally. The first known use of the name, America, dates back to 1507. When it appeared on a world map created by the German cartographer Martin Waldseemüller. On his map, the name is shown in large letters on what would now be considered South America. In honor of Amerigo Vespucci, The Italian explorer was the first to postulate that the West Indies did not represent Asia's eastern limit but were part of a previously unknown landmass. In 1538, the Flemish cartographer Gerardus Mercator used the name America on his own world map, applying it to the entire Western Hemisphere. The first documentary evidence of the phrase, United States of America, dates from a January 2, 1776 letter written by Stephen Moylan, Esquire, to George Washington's aide-de-camp Joseph Reed. Moylan expressed his wish to go, with full and ample powers from the United States of America to Spain, to seek assistance in the Revolutionary War effort. The first known publication of the phrase, United States of America, was in an anonymous essay in the Virginia Gazette newspaper in Williamsburg, Virginia. On April 6, 1776, the second draft of the Articles of Confederation, prepared by John Dickinson and completed no later than June 17, 1776, declared, "The name of this confederation shall be the United States of America." The final version of the Articles, sent to the states for ratification in late 1777, stated that, "The style of this confederacy shall be the United States of America." In June 1776, Thomas Jefferson wrote the phrase, United States of America, in all capitalized letters in the headline of his original rough draft of the Declaration of Independence. This draft of the document did not surface until June 21, 1776, and